Well, the weather hasn't improved since the last video, and according to the weatherman, it's not going to improve for a little while yet. So today I'm going to take you to 3 of the 4 largest shopping centres in Koh Samui to see how they've been faring since Thailand reopened its borders to vaccinated tourists on November the 1st. Cab, Jed here from Retiring Disgracefully. Okay, I'm at Tesco Lotus. As you can see, I've just driven through some pretty bad floods. It hasn't stopped raining here in Koh Samui for, it must be close on 4 weeks now. Since just before the 1st November when Thailand opened up for fully vaccinated tourists so they could come in without quarantine. And I just feel so sad for the people of Koh Samui. You know, they've done it very, very tough because of COVID, and now the government lifts the quarantine restrictions and they get nothing but rain for 4 weeks. You know, when they started to look forward to you know, light at the end of the tunnel. Okay, Thailand's opening up again, maybe we can get back to normal. Then we get 4 weeks of heavy rain and flooding. They just can't seem to get a break, the people of Thailand and people of Koh Samui. This is not the same all over Thailand. I think it's just in the Koh Samui area, Phangan area at the moment, where they're getting heavy rain. But it's so disheartening. I feel so sorry for them. I'm going to take you in and walk around Tesco Lotus shopping centre, and I'll show you the shops that have closed down since COVID. 2 years ago, this shopping centre was full. All the shops were rented. There we go. Yeah, 2 years ago, this shopping centre was fully rented, and all of these food outlets. These are all food outlets here, selling Thai food. But they've only 1, 2, 3 open now out of maybe 12, 14. These are food outlets as well. Some are open, some are not. It's now 10 o'clock in the morning here. I'll just show you around. As I say, it was a while back. It was every shop was rented, and there was a waiting list for people to come in. Now a lot of the shops have closed, they're empty, vacant, waiting for someone to get the confidence to rent. Along here there used to be lots of phone shops, there's only 3 now. It's very sad. And this is just one shopping centre. If I took you to Shaweng, you'd see exactly the same. There's a larger shopping centre there, but that in fact I think Shaweng one is worse. I think it has more vacant shops than here even. We might take a drive down there later and take a look. This used to be a phone shop. All these used to be open, but unfortunately COVID came and spoiled everything. But as you can see, 10 o'clock in the morning and there's no one here. If I had a video from 2 years ago, you would have seen this would have been packed out. All the coffee shops would have been sat, people sitting there having coffee, tourists and Thai people alike. You can see, these shops now, they're just used for storage. People are just putting their bits and pieces in there. Well, they're overstocked from shops. This one's empty. This one's just opening up again. It's a gold shop. It was closed down for a long time, but it looks like they're starting to go back into business again. So maybe there's a bit of confidence coming back. I hope so. This used to be so busy, this area, because the food's so cheap. But most of them have closed down. They haven't been able to keep open. Just not enough customers, not enough people. There's one open and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 closed. One open, 1, 2, 3 closed, one open, 1 closed. Only 3 open. Which is very sad. And the food was so good. You can come here, spend about 50 baht and get a decent meal. And the seating area was always full from more or less when they opened till they closed on the evening. So we'll head down to Shueng and I'll take a look around that shopping centre, see if Shueng's doing any better since November the 1st than Lamai is. So I'm in Tesco Lotus shopping centre here in Shueng now. I've just been to Lamai. I'm going to check out this one, see if it's doing any better than Lamai is. This is probably the largest shopping centre in Koh Samui. Not sure really, it could be Big C, might have more floor space, but this is the busiest of the shopping centres. And it also has a Home Pro, which is like a store that sells everything for the home, furniture, electrical goods, things like that. So I'm going to have a little walk inside and we'll see if it's doing any better. How many shops have closed here in the last 18 months. Rain's coming down heavier again now. It never seems to stop. It seems to be just forever. I've seen it like this in the wet season, but this isn't the wet season. We're out of the wet season now. In fact, we didn't even get a wet season. But it's making up for it now anyway. So okay, I'll take you inside and we'll go and have a look at how this shopping centre's faring compared to Lamai. After this, I'll have a little run down to Big C shopping centre, which is only about 10 minutes further down the road. Put my mask on. They've all got these where you stand here, they take the temperature. Every shopping centre's got these now, the larger shopping centres. Okay, let's go and have a look. Oh, no one in there. It's now 11 o'clock in the morning. There's Christmas music though. So this is like this area here is where all the phone shops are. They seem to be all in one area, but this one's closed down and this one's closed down for rent. All these here are boarded up. These used to be shops. They've been boarded up. They're not going to be rented for a while. They won't take them down for a while. And this leads through to the cinema complex. But that's closed, obviously. Yeah, there's this one here. One's closed up as well, boarded up. There's a larger shopping centre on Walking Street in Shaweng called Central Festival, but that's mainly for tourists, so it's going to be very empty now. Yeah, a lot of people have lost their livelihoods, a lot of people have lost their jobs. I know it's the same the world over, but it is very sad to see. It's even the shops that are staying open, they've got no customers. It's not so bad for, like I would suppose, like these type of shops here where they're selling things for the beach, and this shop here, Book Centre. It's not so bad for them because their stock doesn't go off. You can buy books and have them there for years, and someone will buy them eventually, perhaps. But it's these shops that really are doing it hard. The ones who are dealing with food. Because if you don't sell the food, you throw it away. So not only is you're not making money, you're losing money. Another shop there. Closed. There's the cinema complex. That's all shut down as well. Until better times. But I'll just show you all these food outlets. These are 18 months ago, 2 years ago. They were just heaving because they're so cheap, and so many tourists that come here for breakfast, lunch and dinner. Now the majority of them have closed down and stripped out all the equipment. As you can see, it's 11 o'clock in the morning. There's not one person here having food or coffee. They're just all closed up. Every now and again there's one that's lit up. The one next to it is an empty one. I think it's going to be quite a while before it's going to change, which is unfortunate. So yeah, it's a pretty sad state of affairs. It's I really feel for these people because, as I've said before, there's no social security system here. There's nothing to bail you out if you've got a problem. Like the government in Australia, they help people in business by giving them tax breaks or giving them some money. They help the individual people by helping them, giving them extra social security benefits during COVID to help them with get over the problem. The Thai government are trying to help a little bit, but it's really, they don't have the money. It's not like, they're not a rich country like Europe, some of the European countries and USA, and their governments don't look after the people as much here as they do in other Western countries. So it's devastating, and I really feel for these people. They've lost their businesses. They've saved up hard to open a business, maybe maybe a clothes shop or a coffee shop, and they put all the money into it, and it's going really well. and then COVID came along and just ruined everything. And there's no fallback for them. There's nothing, nowhere to go. They just have to keep either pouring more money into it or walk away. Okay, we'll have a little look around. This is the big Tesco Lotus. That's Christmassy music. As I say, it's about 11:15 now, and as you can see, the aisles are empty. Not many people shopping. I think there's more staff than there is shoppers. Well, I can understand how these big shopping centres stay open. They're big conglomerates, so they've got the money to get them through. It's the smaller shops that are doing it tough, and which won't recover. This will recover. This shopping centre will, in a couple of years' time, when everything's back to normal, this will be booming again, and they'll start to make their money back from what they've lost. But unfortunately, that's not the same with smaller shops, the mum and pop shops. As you can see, there's more staff than customers. The yards are empty. So I'm going to head to Big C shopping centre next. We'll go and have a look at that and see if that's any better. But I know it's a waste of time, because if this shopping centre isn't busy, I know Big C won't be. Okay, I'll hop on the bike and off we go. So here we are at Big C. There's a large shopping centre as well. I always think it's a strange name, Big C, because in the UK and Australia, when you say Big C, it means cancer. So that's what it's called. I don't know why Big C, but that's what it's called. Okay, we'll go and have a look and see how Big C's faring compared to Tesco Lotus. Yeah, I was in here about 3 weeks ago, so I already know. I'm just documenting this for you guys. But all these, as I say, 2 years ago, every shop was taken. There was no empty shops here. If you look around now, it's the majority, and this is the ground floor. There's another floor upstairs where the Big C supermarket is. I think this is doing worse than even Tesco Lotus. Both Tesco Lotuses, there's a lot of shops closed and no customers in the ones that are open. It's now close to lunchtime, 12 o'clock. KFC is completely empty. As I say, 18 months ago there would have been tourists and Thai people alike sitting in these benches and ordering their lunch. Yeah, many shops closed. MK restaurant, they're always in busy shopping centres, but it looks like that's closed as well. The doors aren't open. So is where all the telephone shops were before, all these little kiosks. selling mobile phones and internet and cameras and everything like that. But like that man there, he's got one. They're all here. This is where they used to be, but they've been taken out. Just no business. And this is very similar to what I showed you in Tesco Lotus for food courts. This was the same. This was Big C's food court, and one open, 1, 2, 3 closed, 2 open, and another one closed. So out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, there's 3 open. But there were more here as well. This area, there's food courts here too that they've disappeared. They've packed up and gone home. I won't bother going in there. I think you get the gist of it. Probably more staff than there is customers. I'll have a quick look in just the front. Oh, it's just deserted. As I say, these shops aren't too bad. They can afford to keep open. They're big conglomerates. They're owned by multi-national companies, so they'll get through the bad times. It's the small stall holders, the shop holders, the coffee shop owners who are going to come out badly out of this. These will bounce back one day. On the stock market, people have shares in these companies, so one day I'm sure the shares value's down now, but it'll come back up once COVID goes. So hopefully 2022 will be a better year for the people of Thailand and for the businesses here. If you haven't already done so, please push the subscribe button. I promise it'll cost you nothing. Also, push the thumbs up button. And if you know of anyone who might like to watch my YouTube channel on Thailand, please push the link button and pass on the link to them. If you'd like to know more about living in Thailand, take a look at my book, The Thailand Handbook, the first 6 months. You'll find the link in the description box. It explains everything you'll ever need to know about living in the land of smiles. So, thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Until then, take care. Cheers for now. And you are shades of gray.